All right, 4th and 5th graders, I'm going to show you how to draw this ricocheting line optical illusion that we practiced last week. I'll draw it with a blank sheet of paper and a ruler. Typically, the smaller the triangles, the better. We are always turning it counterclockwise, so I'm going to measure a small triangle. We'll start up in the top left corner. So this is the top left, and I'll move it down to the right side. Please remember that we're always turning it so this corner goes backwards. That's called counterclockwise. And now it was the right corner, now it's the left corner. Every line is gonna start where the last one stopped. I'm gonna draw a line, turn the paper. Draw a line, turn the paper. When I get back to this first line that I drew, I stop when I get to that line. We're not crossing through it. I'm even gonna put a dot on the line, okay? I'm gonna continue to turn it, always turning it the same way. Typically, the illusion works better if the triangles are smaller. If you all of a sudden make a triangle like this big, you're gonna have to erase it and go back and make it smaller. So you can see that every triangle is gonna be small. I'm gonna turn it, draw it, dot it, turn it, so get that rhythm in your mind. Draw it, dot it, turn it. Now you can see that every side now has two triangles, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. There should always be a square in the middle. Please don't take your eyes off your paper. If you lose your spot, that can be frustrating. So draw it, dot it, turn it. Draw it, dot it, turn it. As we get closer to the middle, the triangles should get smaller and smaller and smaller. So I'll just draw some. You can just kind of see the rhythm. My fingers are always under the ruler, and my pencil is above the ruler. I've had some students where they are trying to draw their line like this and putting their pencil under it. Please make sure that your hand is under the ruler, keeping it steady. Now, if you get good at it, you can start doing some of it freehand, but I would like you to know how a ruler works. I'm gonna start to do some of mine freehand just so this video goes a little faster. So here, I still have a square in the center of my paper. And my triangles are continuing to get smaller and smaller. So let me do some of it freehand just to make this go a little bit faster. Still draw it, dot it, turn it, draw it, dot it, turn it, draw it, dot it, turn it, draw it, dot it, turn it. If you choose to do it freehand, please make sure your lines are straight. If they're not, I am gonna ask you to draw it again. So if you're doing good with your ruler, I would just keep going with your ruler. So I'm always turning it counterclockwise. At this point, I still have probably 30 or 40 triangles to draw until I get to the middle. If you end up doing something like this and you make a big triangle like that, I am gonna ask you to erase it to make it smaller. So these should continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm not gonna take my eyes off the paper. All the way to the middle. So my guess is I still have about 15, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see that I still have this really small square. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So once you have this much done, then I would like you to go back to the beginning and use your marker to outline it. I will give everyone a new marker. Please find that first line. Usually there's a dot in that top corner where we started. And then I would like you to trace it, turn it, trace it. Oops, if you make a mistake, what color over that? Trace it, turn it. And so that makes me think, if you do have trouble tracing it with a ruler, you can do it freehand. Just make sure you do it carefully. Then, when we're done, if there is any eraser or any pencil that you can see, I would like you to erase it with your pencil. So we'll just pretend this one is done. Once you're done tracing it, if you see any pencil marks, I would like you to erase them and clean it up. Most of us will not color it today, but if you do, I would like you to carefully color it, just like we did last week, where you color it and press it a little harder around the edges to show some shading, and then shade it in a little more lightly. We won't worry about color mixing or anything, and just use the same idea that we did last time. Color it, then skip it, then color the next one. Okay? So if you don't get a chance to do coloring today, that's okay. The main thing is to get it drawn with pencil and get some of it traced. So color it, skip it, and make sure that the right side matches the left side. I'm not even gonna worry about the top and the bottom right now. So then I would finish that spiral, and when I'm done, if this one's blue, this one is also gonna be blue. All right, let's have a great day.